For 7 years, Quentin was haunted by the idea of returning to an abandoned but not forgotten project about the Second World War. Back in 2007, it was called Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France. He began rewriting in January 2008 and finished in July. His draft became the foundation of the first 2 chapters, whereas the following chapters were newly created. In the process, the name changed to Inglourious Basterds, a reference to Enzo Castellari's film of the same name.
Get in the truck, you bastard.
But he didn't stop there. In this scene, Aldo presents himself with the real name of the director.
Scusi con me? Gorlami.
Ancora una volta.
Gorlami.
And for the duration of the scene, standing behind the main characters is the real Enzo Castellari.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on Enzo Castellari for the movie!
By the way, in the original title, Inglourious Basterds, there are 2 mistakes which Tarantino never explained. The English screenplay included a lot of dialogue in German and French, so Quentin asked his friend director Tom Tykwer to translate the German, and the French translations he entrusted to the actors. Later, having reunited with Lawrence Bender, who hadn't worked on his last film, he received a budget of $75 million and started choosing actors. First, he invited Harvey Keitel and Samuel L. Jackson, but you won't be able to see them in the movie because Harvey voiced the officer talking to Hans Landa in Aldo Rain.
Bring them straight to me for debriefing. Is that clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir.
Over and out.
While Samuel was the narrator.
Shoshana has a collection of over 350 nitrate film prints.
They were joined by Eli Roth and Omar Doom, who had previously starred in Death Proof.
Dude fucking cut himself falling out of his time machine.
Omar Doom, by the way, met Quentin in '98 and began his acting career after following Quentin's advice. After working with him on the previous movie, Omar found out that the director often named his characters after people close to him.
Omar third most, he'll be Donnie's assistant.
I don't speak Italian.
Like I said, third best. Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
The same privilege was granted to Julie Dreyfus, who had a whole family named after her.
All the Jewish families in this area have been accounted for, except the Dreyfuses.
The idea to invite Brad Pitt came to Tarantino while he was still writing the screenplay. As I was writing the script, it went from, oh, Brad could be good in this, to Brad could be damn good in this, to Brad would be fucking awesome in this, to, okay, now I need to get fucking Brad, because if I don't, what am I going to do?
Lieutenant Aldo Rain. These are the bastards. Ever heard of us?
The set is church. He is God. The script is Bible. And no heretics allowed.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
The need to hire bilingual actors brought Michael Fassbender, Daniel Brühl, Mélanie Laurent, and Diane Kruger to the project, people with whom Quentin had never worked with before.
That sounds good.
Also, we can't forget Mike Myers' cameo, which he viewed as a nod of respect to his parents who fought on the British side in the Second World War.
Mostly my father spoke, and my mother spoke of the unbreakable brotherhood of those who serve. He remembered the name of every single British soldier he served with, and for every name, a hilarious story.
Lieutenant Archie Hickox, reporting south. General Ed Fennick, Eddie's Hickox.
Nor Rod Taylor, who became famous because of his role in Hitchcock's The Birds. By the way, it was Taylor's last role ever in the movies.
I saw Quentin direct, and it was the most exciting, exhilarating thing I've ever seen.
Then, Martin Wuttke was chosen to play Adolf Hitler, whose career had been filled with similar roles. Besides playing the Führer, he had played Joseph Goebbels twice.
Sie werden kein Wort darüber verlieren. Kein einziges Detail.
From there, the casting only got harder. First, though the role of Sergeant Donnie Donowitz had been written explicitly for him, Adam Sandler declined, preferring to star in the comedy Funny People. Oof. He was replaced by Eli Roth, who had previously been given a smaller role. The character of Babe Bukinski had to be removed altogether when Michael Madsen decided not to join the project. But the main problem was the search for the actor to play Hans Landa. Quentin needed an amazing actor who was fluent in English, French, German, and understood Italian. He auditioned hundreds of candidates, but no one fit the part. The director was distraught and thought that perhaps he had written a character that was impossible to play.
I literally had a moment where I didn't think I was going to find it. And I called the producers and said, look, if we can't find the right Landa, I'd rather just publish the script and do something else. And the producers, Lawrence and everybody, they were very cool about it. They didn't overreact. They go, well, then you know what? Here's the deal. Then we just spend, this week is just Landa, 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 Landa. And I can just tell you the day that Christoph came, walked in the room, sat down, and read 2 scenes. I remember thinking, and Lawrence was sitting right next to me, and go, we're making a movie.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Later, Waltz became the first actor to win an Oscar for a Tarantino film. He also became the second, but more on that later. Calabash Meerschaum. No, that's not the name of one of the bastards. It's the name of the type of pipe that Hans Landa smoked. It became popular thanks to another imaginary sleuth, Sherlock Holmes. And it was undoubtedly a reference to the amazing abilities of the Standartenführer.
So you're the Jew hunter. I'm a detective. A damn good detective.
Shooting for Inglourious Basterds began on the 9th of October 2008 and lasted 120 days.
Humiliation. Take 1 mark.
I am not dead. I just pretended. Now I'm gonna go after him and I'm gonna kick his fucking Nazi balls.
Why? Because we love making movies!
The most dangerous scene to shoot was the death of Brigitte von Hammerschmark. Tarantino never liked the way film depicts choking scenes, because you can always tell that the actors are faking it. He wanted more reality and convinced Diane Kruger to do the scene for real, since he feared that Christoph Waltz would either press too hard or not hard enough. He decided to do the stunt himself. The director was supposed to choke Diane until she started to gasp for breath. As soon as the correct facial expression appeared, Tarantino was supposed to yell cut. Thankfully, it only took 1 take. And though the actress was unconscious for a few seconds, she completely revived several minutes later. Also, this scene became the most subtle of the director's cameos, though he already appeared in the film as the first Nazi whose scalp the bastards collected. Inglourious Basterds premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on the 20th of May 2009. Right before it was released, its running time was 180 minutes, and certain scenes look completely different. So Sally Menke, together with Tarantino, shorted the film by 30 minutes 2 days prior. Any person who has ever edited footage, especially shot on film, knows that it is an incredibly underrated achievement. The picture was a box office hit, making more than $300 million worldwide, and received 8 Oscar nominations. 15 years later, Quentin was considered again for the awards for Best Screenplay and Directing. The movie was also nominated for Best Picture, Cinematography, Film Editing, Sound Mixing, and Sound Editing. But the only one who celebrated a victory at the 82nd Academy Awards was the aforementioned Christoph Waltz.
There's no way I can ever thank you enough, but I can start right now. Thank you.
Later in 2010, Sally Menke, at the age of 56, died from heart stroke. Their relationship is difficult to describe in words. It was a real symbiosis. Tarantino believed that Sally's work on his films was the work of an equal partner.
We work very intensely together, and it's kind of amazing that we still like each other. If I was with my husband that long, I don't think I'd like him that much.
Quentin often said that she was the only person in the whole world capable of seeing the order in his chaotic vision, and called Menke his only full-fledged partner.
Hi, Sally! Hi, Sally. Hi, Sally. Hello, Sally.
I think Sally's got there. Hi, Sally.
Hey Sally, how's it going?
Sally, how are you? Good? A little lonely, are you? Mike says hello. Hi, Sally. Cut! That was true? Hi, Sally.
Do you like our work? Let us know with your like and comment. Push that subscribe button and share with your friends. If you want to support the project financially, become our sponsor on Patreon or YouTube sponsorship. Thank you.